Warning. Channel Robozoid contains adult language, adult content, strong opinions, and verbal brutality. Viewer discretion is advised.
After CBS embarrassed Karen Bass by fact-checking her debate lies about the Palisades fire, they clearly got the call. CBS filmed with me on my burnt-out lot for over an hour talking about crime, housing, affordability, things that voters care about. And they turned it over to Karen Bass's PR team to edit it into a comical 5-minute hit piece with clips from the hills. They can't beat my ideas. They can't beat me in the debates, so they got to try to turn my campaign into a sideshow. People are done with these skeezy political tricks, and I'm done with CBS. They should release the full, unedited interview. The voters deserve
at least we have something in common.
Mayor.
New this morning, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass is dropping out of next week's televised Los Angeles Mayoral Forum. The event is organized by the League of Women Voters and the Pat Brown Institute for Public Affairs. Organizers have not revealed why Mayor Bass decided to drop out of the event. The forum will now only include the participation of Councilmember Nithya Raman, businessman Adam.
Hello, how are you? It is I, the Robozoid, your semi-likable and occasionally tolerable curmudgeon of both the Rumble and YouTube airwaves, and I hope you all enjoyed my little Monday memes mocking Mark Hamill earlier this morning. But enough of Marxist Hamill. I hope you enjoyed the video, at least. But nevertheless, we do have to talk about something else LA related, and that, of course, is the mayoral race and how things are not going well for Karen Bass. Or should we call her Karen Bass Turd? Because she is really a turd. And LA has become a first-class disaster under her leadership. I mean, you'll probably all remember the LA fires that took down most of the Pacific Palisades, which she did absolutely nothing about. And neither did Governor Newsom. They didn't do a damn thing to make the situation better. As I recall, they seemed to pretty much cut funding for firefighters. And also put a woman in charge, which you're not supposed to do in times of crisis. So you have the incumbent Republican by the name of Spencer Pratt, who is actually crushing it. I mean, killing her in the mayoral debates. I mean, she got slammed royally. And, well, that's why she has been pretty much curve-stomped in this mayoral debate and says that she will skip out on the next debate if more of that video that CBS Unleashed goes viral. So without further ado, let's get right into it, shall we?
First night, 24 hours after that first mayoral debate, and the mayor, and now they're going back and forth debating who actually won that face-to-face showdown. You have one of the challengers on the socials posting that
I say Spencer Pratt won.
Mayor Karen Bass a little while ago out saying that she may as well declare victory too. Watch.
I had absolutely no idea what to expect from him, and what I am happy is that it was a civil debate. And I'm sure each one of us would declare victory.
That's probably a total lie.
Too.
That's Mayor Karen Bass in the wake of the first mayoral debate after her challenger Spencer Pratt claims he won. Pratt posting this on the socials, showing a post-debate poll with him as the clear-cut winner.
I never met the guy before, and considering what he's doing toward me on social media, that is nonsense. And so I think that this is a tough game, but you got to be willing and ready to withstand it.
Withstand it, the mayor says, after Pratt calls her an incredible liar during that debate. Now, 24 hours later, the mayor here at a premiere of the film Ice, no one is safe at work.
With his heart condition and stiff, they could have very easily caused his death.
It's a look at all the emotions of the ongoing ICE raids, especially those that have been targeting car washes through L.A. But the emotions and the accusations from that contentious...
It's a propaganda film.
Such as Pratt and Bass somehow teaming up with each other against the third contender, the third candidate, the council member Nithya Raman. Listen to the mayor.
Fantasizing.
Yeah, the third candidate no one gives a damn about.
Nithya knows better. She knows that that's not true.
Liar! Liar!
You see, this is why I honestly believe that it was really Spencer Pratt who won the debate, because he came off at least as the most level-headed, the most common-sense guy in the debate, and that's exactly what California, well, particularly LA right now, really needs, is some common-sense thinking for once, as opposed to the mamby-pamby, do-nothing, know-nothing tactics of, let us say, a Karen Bass turd. And as for this third candidate, what was her name, Raman something? ramen noodles or whatever. It doesn't matter. Third place candidates are third place for a reason. They're not going to be heard from again. Of course, a lot of people said the same thing about Ross Perot back in 1992, and well, that guy ended up costing Bush the election. But that was 1992. This is 2026. And so, quite frankly, yeah, you actually do have Mr. Pratt basically threatening to release a viral video that was picked up by CBS. And, well, let's just say that it pretty much shows Karen Bastard in a rather unflattering light. I mean, there's so much wrong with this woman. We've already talked about her slow response to the LA fires, her lack of getting anything done, and also the fact that she and Governor Newsom just didn't seem to care that much when all of the Pacific Palisades got wiped out by the fires. Excuse me 1 minute. Get some water in there. And of course, well, it looks like that's why why he appears to be creaming her in the debate, and she is pretty damned pissed about it. Right, so this was a total embarrassment for Karen Bastard. And quite honestly, that's why she was slammed so badly for her inability and her inept and, well, rather pedestrian response to the LA fires that she has decided to pull out of the second debate. Because, yeah, apparently the pressure's getting to her. Oh, jigaboo. Well, that just comes with being a politician. She should have figured that out, and like I said, she should have learned it. She should have thought of that sooner before she went to Ghana. But she didn't consider that, so that's why her poll numbers are slipping.
Flashback.
Homes were burning. Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today? Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly...
Do you remember this footage?
Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster? No apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
End of flashback.
Right. Embarrassing is hardly the word for it. Now, to be fair, maybe she does feel some sort of shame. Maybe she does feel some kind of regret. But, I don't know, it's hard to say. Nobody is a mind reader, but if I was to read her mind, I would probably, well, it would be full of mice and rats, and it'd be very dark up there, and I'd keep bumping my head on the ceiling. But nevertheless, I don't think she has any regrets about not being in LA at all. She probably doesn't regret being in Ghana at the time of the fires. But that's exactly why she's backing out of the next mayoral debate. So I guess it's going to be, well, just Mr. Pratt and Lady Ramen Noodles there.
LA's first mayoral debate got off to a heated start.
She's an incredible...
To say the least.
No name calling,
She was
please.
live, though.
But a few exchanges caught my attention because they touched directly on a year of reporting I've been working on the LA fires, being published by Simon & Schuster next week. So let's fact check some of what was said, beginning with the wind.
The winds in the Pacific Palisades never reached higher than 40 miles per hour. For those first 6 hours, they didn't go above 27 miles per hour.
He talked about the winds. That is just completely inaccurate. If that were accurate, then the planes would have been able to fly.
Weather modeling reviewed for my reporting shows winds in the Palisades during those first several hours of the fire were in fact under 40 miles per hour. Planes could and did fly. The stronger winds intensified later in the evening, and that distinction matters because the earliest hours of a wildfire are often the most critical for containment. Second, Mayor Bass's trip to Ghana. She addressed this directly.
It was one of the worst moments of my life to not be here when my city needed me. And it didn't matter.
Should have thought of that before you went off to Ghana.
Was away.
But according to multiple sources with direct knowledge of the emergency response, it did matter where the mayor was. My reporting found Mayor Bass knew about the dangerous weather before leaving for Ghana. Communications to emergency managers described her as only being, quote, out of state. And while she was overseas, her office continued posting on social media images and videos that appeared to place her in Los Angeles. Sources told me the lack of clarity created confusion during the opening hours of the fire. Fire Chief Kristen Crowley did not initially know the mayor was even in Ghana, and according to
That's the
sources
Lesbo
and
fire chief I had talked about.
after Bass was briefed by the chief on the growing fire, she still attended a cocktail reception in Ghana and did not respond for more than an hour to messages from Los Angeles officials offering and asking for help during that critical stretch of the fire's expansion. This isn't about politics, it's reporting. And as the fire becomes a part of the mayoral race, voters are likely to learn a lot more about those first critical hours.
But realistically, as mayor of Los Angeles, she really should have been there at the time of the fires, and she really should not have cut the budget for the fire department, which is, as I had mentioned already, that she had cut the budget for the fire department, put an unqualified lesbo in charge as fire chief instead of, well, a qualified man. So there you have it. And not, if you think that sounds sexist, you know what? I really don't care, okay? Sexist, that's an overused term, and I don't believe in overused expressions. For the same reason I don't buy into racist theories anymore. Nope, I'm not going to do that anymore, because if you overuse it and you abuse it, then guess what? I choose to ignore it. So honestly, let's face it here. This is why Karen Bass Turd is doing so poorly in the polls in LA. And quite frankly, I think if I had anything to say about it, thank God I am not a citizen of Los Angeles. Thank God I don't live in LA, I should say. That, well, if I had anything to say about it, yeah, Spencer Pratt's going to be your next mayor. And you know what? I hope whoever the next governor is for California, I hope it's a Republican. I'm sorry to tell you that I don't think it's going to be the English fellow. What was his name? Steve, whatever his name was. Because I don't think that English accent sells on the West Coast. But nevertheless, hey, you know what? That's life in the controversial lane. If you're not doing your job to uphold the law and uphold the standards and basically see to it that everybody is safe in your own city, then really you don't deserve to be mayor. And Karen Bass does not deserve to be mayor. She never deserved the job. She just only got it because she's another DEI hire, handpicked by the Democrats. And that's the way that whole cookie crumbles, I suppose. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this video as much as I did. This has been the Robazoid saying, hey, if you like this video, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and above all else, remember that wokeness is weakness. Do not drink the Kool-Aid or the soy like this obvious dyko did, because that's what causes you to fail to do your. That's what causes you to fail to do your job as mayor. I got it. Okay. And also, yeah, just remember, be here or be nowhere else. Have a nice day.
Thank you.